Good morning to you. Happy Sunday to you, everyone. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. This moment, I want to talk about the word out or drop it. In other words, the command that you give to your dog to immediately let go of something. Immediately. This isn't a bargain hunt. This isn't me just kind of using what I call discriminating leadership here, disturbing my leadership. No, this is about you letting go of something when I say to let go of it, let go of it right now because I need you to do so. Training this can be difficult at times, and it's not for the faint of heart because you got to keep this in mind. If your dog already has something in its mouth, then it's already proven to you that it wants it. It wants it. Out. Like right now, I just told Captain out. He's out here trying to eat grass. Trying to be a cow today? Quit eating the darn grass. Okay, so that being said, he just spit that grass out of his mouth. I don't want him to have the grass, but he did because it was already in his mouth. So anytime a dog has something in its mouth, you have to be prepared if you're going to move up on them and you're going to manually try to remove this object or this food from their mouth. You must be prepared for what's known as competitive aggression. Again, I talked a little bit about sharing yesterday, and in previous videos, I've talked a whole lot about how these are predators born in a world in which there are limited resources, and they were given the ability to guard those resources, obtain those resources, and keep them from you. So, number one rule, if it's in its mouth, it already wants it. So now the next question you have to ask is, why would I give it up? If I'm the dog, why would I give it up? Why? Well, there's only two reasons why I'm going to give it up. One is because I'm worried about what may happen to me if I don't give it up. In other words, the cost of hanging on to this item is suddenly greater than the benefit under certain circumstances, and those are the circumstances in which my owner gives me a command. The only other reason why I may give it up is because I see something else that may attract me more than what I have. Now, that's why a lot of people will harp onto this thing known as the trade game. The trade game. Don't get into that. They may work for you once, may work for you twice, it may work for some dogs more than that. But it won't work for every dog every single time. And there's an old chap out there named Murphy. He will rear his ugly head when you can least afford it. Yeah, your trade game worked like a champ when you traded for that shoe in your dog's mouth for that pepperoni that you wanted to give it. Yeah, it worked when it had a baby doll in its mouth that belongs to your kid. And at that moment, you decide to offer up a piece of that good old cheese that I had in yesterday's video. But then the next time it has your bottle prescription medicine in its mouth. And it's about to bite down on it. And that's the one time that it doesn't want the cheese. It's the one time it doesn't want the pepperoni. It's the one time it does not want what you have to offer. And if you reach over there and manually try to remove this from your dog, that's when you could be bitten. And even if you're not bitten, what you could be doing is reinforcing the fact that I can hang on to something better than you. Yeah, go grab a doorknob in your house somewhere. That's it. Reach out there, grab a doorknob. Have someone grab your other arm, try and pull you off of it. And the whole object of their game is for them to not be able to pull you off of that door handle. Yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to hang on tighter and tighter and tighter. So invariably, you end up teaching your dog that, hey, when I manually try to remove something from your mouth, just hang on tighter and I won't be able to get it. And then you go poking those little fingers of yours in there behind those big canines around that premolar or the molars, which cause the most amount of damage by far. Canines on a dog are nothing more than grappling hooks. Yeah, I never got too worried when I had grappling hooks in me. It's when the animal went for what's called that fatal and that extremely damaging rebite. When it bit down with the premolars and the molars. That's what caused my left forearm and my shoulder to never be able to be used the way I can use my right hand and my right arm and my right shoulder. I feel that to this day, and every single year I get older, I feel it more. That's what did it. It wasn't the stinking holes in my arm. It was that crushing bite that comes right after that. That's the one where the wolf is chasing that elk and that hind leg comes back and wham, they grab it with those grappling hooks. What do you think the elk's going to say, Uncle, right then and there? Say, oh, that's it. You caught me. Game over. No, the elk tries to get away. So it jerks forward violently. And when it does that, the wolf hangs on. Then when that leg comes back again because it's trying to get away, boom, that's when it rebites. Yeah, right then. I've seen it in real life, not more than once. And I've been the victim of a big German Shepherd and a giant Schnauzer who got me in my shoulder here, and other dogs. And I'm here to tell you, this is how people die. This is how you end up with injuries that'll last a lifetime. Do not, hear these words, do not ever try to manually take something from your dog's mouth. I don't care how small your dog is. I don't care. Don't do it. But you do need to train your dog that when you say let go of something, you need to let go of it now. If you love your dog, you actually care about your dog, is the way that a lot of you like to say that you do out there. I see it all the time. I love my dog. Big old heart symbol everywhere you look. Yeah. But you don't love it enough to get tough with it every now and then. And say, tell you what, that thing in your mouth, I know you don't know that that's bad. That's going to kill you. But I do. So spit it out now. My will is law. It's law at this moment. God, I get so sick of people who get injured all the time because they don't have the will to make their dog let go of something. Make them let go of it. Because they already want it. Now there's got to be a reason to let go of it. Okay? So let me kind of show you something here with Captain. I told you, Captain's like the finished deal. He's got it. If I say drop it or out to him, it's a reflex. It's not even a conscious thought. It's a reflex. So I'll do my best to kind of chuck this where you guys can see it. Get dog. Get your ball. Okay, he's got the ball. Out. Just let go of that ball right there. Ah, boy, tell dog. Good job. Got to always reward when they do good. Ah, boy, good boy. Find your ball. I'm going to send him out there and see if he can find it. If he takes too long, I'll cheat. What's the old saying? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Come on, gal dog, let me help you find the ball. There we go, buddy. There we go. Okay, so let me show this one more time. Gal dog, here's your ball. Out. Got a boy, gal dog. Good job, dude. Good job. And if time permits on the video, I'll show you here at the end that he has taken this a much step further, especially when it comes to the ball. I can throw the ball, he'll go get it, and then he'll bring it back, and he'll deposit it right between my feet. And no matter where I move, he'll put it right between my feet. Let's see if he'll do that right now. So I'm just going to throw it back there, and I'm going to stand here like this. There it goes. Right there between my feet, right there. Let me move. And if I keep talking to you guys, he'll look over at it, and he'll go grab that ball. He'll end up bringing it right over here between my feet. Yep, there you go. Okay, so training your dog to let go of something, again, can eventually turn into something that they deem as an extreme benefit to them. So in other words, you replace the benefit that they had from biologically prepared learning, from having the genes to live in a world that is extremely hostile, extremely competitive, the law of limited resources, the evolutionary rule of mind. You have flipped that darn thing on its head and you've actually trained the animal. It's actually more beneficial to let go of it. Yeah, but it doesn't start like that. You got to get your point across first. So here's how you're going to get it done. I'm going to demonstrate just a little bit with Captain, and then on tomorrow's video at Taming the Wild, we're going to pick out a couple of dogs. We're going to let them grab something in their mouth because they're not the finished product. And then we can show you what it looks like from the very beginning. But at least I cover some groundwork today. Okay, first things first. Number one, you've got to come up with a stereotype signal. I've always said that. For Captain, it's out. For some of you, maybe drop it. Whatever you want to use. You can use scuba nog for all I care. But whatever that command is, then that is the command that is given for your dog to release anything in its mouth. I don't care what it is. It could be you. Let go of me. Then you must have an accompanying response. Stereotypic response. So it does you no good to yell the word out if you can't make the dog spit it out. Every single time you say out, the dog must spit it out. So my favorite way of training that is this way right here. I will either take either a slip lead, depending on the dog I'm dealing with. If you have a dog that's inherently aggressive, a dog that you adopted and someone told you is already competitively aggressive, likes to resource guard its food, any other possessions, has been known to growl, maybe even has a bit of a bite history, then you don't start off with one of these. Instead, you start off with a long line, and then with the long line, actually, I need one of those vests like Joshua and Jake wear. They got these training vests, and I swear I think they've got Walmart in those darn vests. I mean, no matter what, you can ask them anything. Hey, dude, you got a blender? They got a blender right there. They got anything in those darn vests. Maybe I need to take that up as well. Okay, but if you have a dog that might have an issue, you might have an issue with trying to bite you when you're trying to get something to drop, then let's go ahead and put them on a long line, but it's the collar that matters the most. This way, when I train out or drop it, I always train it with a slip collar. A slip collar. Why? I can grab you. I can say out. Okay? I can pull. How long do you get to hold on for? As long as you can handle me pulling on this. At some point, there's this thing called air, and you're going to lose some of it. Again, this isn't for the faint-hearted. This isn't for the you all positive folks. Well, actually it is. It's for the people who want all positive results, meaning they can get their dog to let go of anything at any given moment and then have a wonderful attitude about it. I'm going to act like a wolf. I'm going to grab you about your neck, the strongest part of your entire anatomy. I'm going to pull on this as I say out. And when you release that object, I'll let go of you. Then I'll reward you. How do you reward the animal? You give the animal either A, what it is that they had, meaning if it's the ball, I like to train with a ball or a toy in the beginning with this, because I'll immediately let go of them and say, get your ball, or I'll throw it for them. And they learn real quickly, you know what? Okay, so I'm not sure what this outward is, but I noticed that when Bryan says it, something compresses on my neck, and I really don't like that very much, so I get up and spin it up. And guess what? As soon as I spin it up, he lets go of me and I get to go after it. So, yeah, your average dog, 5 of those, maybe, God dang, 10. And they start going, okay, I think I'm starting to get something here. So when that dude says out, if I just spit this darn thing out, first of all, I don't get that compression thing. And I get to go after it again. There you go. I said it before, all training is. So many people try to make it so stinking technical. They want to sound impressive, throw out big words and all that stuff. No, not me, baby. Keep it simple, stupid rule. All training is at a fundamental level is me doing nothing more than placing that animal in a position to learn through its own self-discovery. So I'm doing, set the stage for it. You learn it, baby. You learn it. But it's your job to put that animal there. So if you're dealing with an animal that might be possibly aggressive, put a slip leash on them. Slip collar, I mean. Gal dog, collar up. Attaboy, dude. And then once you have the collar on, go ahead and hook up your long line. Okay, so now, this is a dog that you can use that little ball for if you want to. Hello, get your ball. He's got his ball over there. There it is. Attaboy. Out. Good boy. So he lets go of it. Now, if Captain did not know this command, what you would have seen me do was give the command out, apply a little pressure. How much pressure? He'll tell me. I give just a wee bit, just a tiny bit here, like between my thumb and my index finger. A wee bit. Animal doesn't let go. Okay, maybe I now add another finger and give a little bit more pressure. Doesn't let go. Another finger, a little bit more pressure. By the time I get to 5 fingers, I'm putting on some pretty good pressure. The animal will let go. And then when he does, I'll be glad to give him some slack. Okay, now, that's for the toy. That's for the toy. This also, if you have a dog who around your house, remember, I always believe in those teachable moments, So when Captain was a young dog, he was running around my house dragging a long line like this one, about 15-footer. He was only on them when I was there, of course. Safety reasons are obvious. But when he grabbed things, and he didn't know. Who said I can't chew on a shoe? Who said that? Nature didn't ever tell me that. Huh? You mean I actually can't have the racquetball over there, the one that compresses and can pop down my throat? I can't have that? I really like chewing on that. No, you can't. So there's always teachable moments. Teachable moments. So therefore, I was able to pick up the long line, give the command out. If he didn't let go immediately, apply a little bit of pressure. He let go, attaboy, and now he started to learn. Okay, you got a dog though. Here's the deal. Here's where things change just a little bit. So I have Captain here. Let's say he has the ball in his mouth. And I say out. And as I'm moving down this long line to get close enough to apply a little pressure, and that's the beautiful thing about the long line, you can apply that pressure from about 8 to 10 feet away. But if he growls at me, or if you know this is a dog has something in its mouth like a food item, and it's already growled at you, but you've got to get that thing out of its mouth, then from a distance, apply pressure till the dog lets go, and then before you give that slack, you either A, move the dog away from the item, or you kick the item away while you still have the dog under control. If you let that object fall right out of your dog's mouth, where do you think it's going to land? Right there. So now you give a little slack, you bend over to pick that up, and guess who just gets bitten right then? You do. So when dogs have shown the slightest bit of aggression, or if you just feel like, oh, I'm not so sure about this, I wonder if this dog's going to try and bite me or not. Hey, once you get him to let go, you either move the dog away from the object, or you give that object a real quick kick and kick it away. So that when you do give the slack, then the animal can't reach the object. And you're not going to be tempted to bend down for it and put yourself in an extremely vulnerable position, because now my face is right here and so is my hand right here, dead smack in his critical zone. And here we go. Now I get tagged in the side of my face, I get tagged in my hand. So don't do that. Okay, so again, how to. Number one, stereotype. You need a signal. That signal, what are signals for? They're not to have a two-way conversation with your animal. Not at any given time. Animals don't give signals to have two-way communications. They do it to influence the behavior of the receiver. So you come up with a stereotype signal, out, drop it, and you make it happen immediately right afterwards. There's never a situation which a smart animal learns, oh, you know what, I don't have the long line on, so I don't have to spit this out. Yeah, I don't have a leash on, I don't have to spit this out. Yeah, I can just go up underneath the bed there, and good luck trying to get this from him at this point here. Or just want you to just come over here and try and take this out of my mouth. No, it's not going to happen. We're under absolute control. Always under absolute control with our dogs. Okay? So stereotype the signal, stereotype response. Use the long line for inherently aggressive dogs, or use the long line for any type of dog, so you have those teachable moments in your house. You don't have to go walking over there. You start approaching dogs that have things in their mouth, a lot of them are tempted to get up and run. Yep, now you get to play keep away. Come on, man. Come on, see if you can catch me. I'm over here right behind the sofa. I'm right over here. How many of you have already been suckered into that game? Huh? Come on now. Raise your hand. And you know you have. We all get suckered into it. And it's okay. That's okay. That was the dog setting us up to learn through our own self-discovery. Now you got it. Now you go, okay, that was a good one. I'll give you that one today. You got one in the W column today. Not going to happen again. I'm going to make sure you're on a long line. Love my long line. Love my long line. Okay. Command is out. Apply pressure. As soon as you apply pressure, how much do you give? You give whatever you need to give. The dog will tell you. Start low, start going high. When the dog spits it out, if it's a dog that has the least bit of aggression, kick it away or move the dog away from the object. Then praise the dog. And typically what I will do, if it's a training item like a dumbbell that I'm using, a decoy, a ball, a rolled up towel, rope toy, whatever, I will let the dog now have it. You can go get it. Okay? But if it's something else, a pill bottle, a food item, something of extremely high value, enough to where the animal wanted to ingest it, not play with it, not fetch it, but actually eat it, I'm going to remove the dog from that area first, and then I'm going to reward the dog either with a treat or a good old pet or just a darn good, well done. Okay, guys, so that's it on out. That's it. Don't play away from this. Don't play around with it. I wrote a very sad book titled The Hammer, Why Dogs Attack Us and How to Prevent It. In the course of writing that book over the years, I've interviewed a lot of people. That's what I kind of deal with, a lot of fearful and aggressive dogs. I deal with a lot of people with aggressive dogs, and I cannot tell you how many of these bites and how many of these tragedies even were totally preventable had the human had their thinking cap on. Okay? Didn't try to become an opponent. Didn't try to become a competitor for a valuable resource. And again, that value is internalized. That is the animal dictating what that value is, not you. And they waded into a gunfight without a gun, and they were attacked. It's an animal. Love it for what it is. I do love cattle dog. But I want you to train this thing. Quit playing that trade game. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work a couple times. It will, no doubt. I can probably do it right now. I don't know. Captain's pretty OCD about his ball. But it's going to fail me in my darkest hour. I promise you that. I promise you that. It will fail you. Your leadership is not to be distributed. This is one of those moments. You're the leader. Your command and your will is law. Hello, go get your ball. Free, it's over there. Oh, I think I just duped him. I don't think he was waiting for that. Let's see if I can get him the other way. Go, free, get your ball. Find your ball. Find your ball, cow dog. Find your ball. Oh, geez. I guess I'm going to have to go find the ball. Welcome to having a sight dog. He doesn't like to use his nose for a whole lot. He's a herding dog. He wants to see it. He wants to go after it. And it just so happens, though, it's also in a color that he sees the least as a dog. So it's pretty darn well camouflaged out here. So I'm not going to take up your time and go hunt for that ball. In fact, I'm going to have to go look for it probably for a little bit. I just do it on my shoulder there. All right, but have fun with your dog. They will actually come to love the command out or drop it. They really will. And it'll just happen like a reflex. It'll just fly out of their mouth and they'll go, did I just have something in my mouth? Was something in my mouth just a second ago? You're sitting there going, no, don't worry about it, dude. We're all good. So you get to enjoy your dog. You get to relax a little bit because you're not worried about your dog ingesting something that could kill it. Or you're not worried about your dog getting something in its mouth and somebody other than you who doesn't have this training now walks over and thinks they can take it from the dog because the dog knows them. You're my dog. You love me. You would never bite me. Huh. Read about that in The Hammer. I tell a story of Kira and Dave. It'll happen. All right, guys, that's it for today. Tune in tomorrow because we're going to get a couple dogs out that we will show they have no clue what this word out means. Not a bit. And show you how it gets done. Show you right there how it's done. Captain's more like point B. Tomorrow we'll be showing point A. All right? I've enjoyed my time with you this morning. Get serious about this, guys. Sometimes we don't always get to joke around in training. Sometimes we got to get real. We got to get after it. You got to get it done. Okay? So you go out there and you get this thing done so that you can enjoy the dog that you've always wanted to enjoy. And when you get another one, you do all this stuff again, you get to enjoy that one too. All right, I'm out of here. I got to go find a darn ball. It's out here somewhere.